Hi, lovies. I'm checking to see if I have food in my teeth because after last night's video, I went to go take a shower and I smiled really big and I saw a huge piece of spinach in my teeth. And I was like, why didn't anyone tell me? I'm mad at you guys. And then I watched back the video and thankfully you couldn't see it. But yeah, no. Live video problems. Anyway, so today I just wanted to stop in really quickly, give you my daily update, and also pass along a message to you guys. My daily update for today is that I need to exercise patience, as does Adam. So since this whole thing started, we've kind of like hit the ground running, and I've been joking with him like my biological clock would like to know how long this is going to take. And I think that between the two of us, we started like chomping at the bit. We got a little bit ahead of ourselves. So I'm just trying to slow down, let the universe do its thing, believe that it'll happen in the timing that it needs to happen, hope and pray that it happens so fast that it blows our minds. I once used to follow this guru who's all into like spirituality. She's kind of like a psychic, and not to weird anybody out, she's just like a spiritual kind of person. And she always says that when she puts stuff out there, she says it'll happen in a way that will be so amazing and so beyond my wildest dreams that I will just laugh when it happens, because it'll just be that like, oh my God, it happened like that. So that's what I'm putting out there. Patience, and it'll happen when it's supposed to happen, and it's gonna happen in a way that I'm gonna laugh when it happens, like, I should have known. So that's it for today. Nothing really big, new, or exciting. Now, moving on, I just want to pass along this message that one of our members posted. So I think it was Lisanne that posted it on, hey Heather, on our, Invisible Shackles page earlier in the week. I'm not positive, but I just so happened to be scrolling through and I saw it, and I thought it was such a wonderful message to pass along to everybody. So simple, it's kind of profound. So what she said, one of those, so simple, it kind of makes you laugh to yourself because you're like, the simplicity in that is amazing. She said, we always preach at Strong Prison Wives and Families, I've always preached for years, to pamper yourself. Do something for you. Make sure you're putting your oxygen mask on first before you go to help somebody else. In other words, help yourself first so you're stable and supported and whole so you can help somebody else. However, I always say things like go get a manicure, maybe get a massage, get up a little bit early with a cup of coffee and read some magazines. Well, what she said in her post was sometimes pampering yourself doesn't mean getting a manicure or a pedicure or a massage or even reading a magazine. Sometimes it means being able to get up out of bed in the morning and drag yourself into the shower. You're so depressed you don't want to do that. Sometimes that is putting your oxygen mask on first. Sometimes it's a matter of moving past the depression and just pulling yourself out of bed and forcing yourself to go through the motions of daily life. It has nothing to do with being extravagant. It has nothing to do with putting on makeup. It has nothing to do with putting on a pretty outfit, although those are all things that we have, me, myself, our volunteers, members have suggested in the past for people to do to pamper themselves, but you might not be at the point where you're even able to get yourself out of bed where you could go get a pedicure. It's not even that far. You're so depressed that, like Joe just said, baby steps. Just get yourself out of bed. Just make sure you're doing what you need to do to get through day-to-day life, to take care of yourself. Make sure you're eating. Make sure you're drinking water. Make sure you're moving your body in the way that you need to move to get through the day. Make sure that you're sleeping. And that's it. And that would be your version of pampering yourself. Because remember, she said this in her post, and I wish I remembered it verbatim, but I don't. But she said, sometimes in this life, especially when we're first starting out, I think every single one of us, if not 99% of us, have gone through a point where you're more concerned about him and his needs than you are concerned about your own. And for some of us, it takes longer to learn that lesson that you need to take care of yourself first. And some of us don't ever learn that lesson and we burn out real quick. But if you have to put it in the perspective of he wants you to be taking care of yourself, or you need to take care of yourself in order to take care of him, I don't think that's necessarily the healthiest mindset long term. But if that's what you need to tell yourself to get yourself up out of bed and taking a shower, by all means, go ahead and do that. And then we'll talk about the other stuff later. But so, Joe with the knowledge bombs today. Self-care is not selfish. So there's a difference between selfish, like Joe just spelled it, selfish, as we all understand it, and being self-ish. Selfish as in taking care of yourself. There is nothing selfish about putting yourself first. There is nothing selfish about taking care of your needs before you take care of his. Okay, so just make sure that daily hygiene, you guys, when you're really depressed, is really difficult to do sometimes. Focus on that before you focus on the things like the manicures and the makeup and the pedicures. That'll come one day. But pat yourself on the back if you're having a really depressed day and you don't want to get out of bed and you don't want to put on clean clothes and you don't want to brush your hair and you don't want to get in the shower. Force yourself to do those things, because even when I'm sick and I don't want to do those things, I force myself to do it, because you always feel better after a shower. You always feel better after putting on clean clothes. It could go from sweatpants and pajamas into clean sweatpants and pajamas. No judgment here. But that type of stuff. And just do it for you, and do it if you have to convince yourself that you're doing it for him so you can take care of him. For now, that is good enough. And if you guys are so depressed that you can't take care of your children's needs, you can't take care of yourself, you have thoughts of suicide, please reach out to somebody with volunteer in front of her name, and we will get you numbers to call. We will get you places to go to get yourself help, because this is a depressing lifestyle. And although we preach happiness and we preach self-love, sometimes it's really hard for you to do that. We get it. We will get you into the hands of the right person. Please, if you want to hurt yourself, if you feel suicidal, stop everything you're doing, shut off this video, call 911, get yourself help, get yourself to the point where you're stable. Then we'll go from there. Then we'll talk about more self-love and self-care. Amen to a shower. I always feel better. That's my cure for a stressful day. Yes. Getting in a warm shower or a bath is so rewarding for stress, for mental health, etc. So just remember that. I thought that was so smart. I thought it was so simple. Again, it was profound. So simple, it kind of makes you chuckle to yourself, because you're like, here we are talking about getting manicures and pedicures. We have members that can't even get themselves out of bed, that can't even drag themselves into the shower, that they're so depressed. And there is hope for you guys. We've all been there at some point in our lives. Every one of us that has been doing this as a veteran, that's been doing this for a while, has been in those shoes at some point or another, and we've made it to the other side. So know that I'm not telling you anything that I haven't experienced before, or other members that are here to help you haven't experienced before. Just make sure that you're forcing yourself to do things. You're reaching out to people that can help you. And please make sure, especially before you take care of him, you're taking care of your children. They come first. And if you need help with them, reach out for help. Keep staying strong. Keep loving strong. Keep supporting one another through this journey. Because even if you're at the very beginning and it seems like the rest of your life you're going to be doing this, you are one day closer to it all being behind you. Lots of love from my heart to yours. I will see all of you beautiful ladies and gentlemen in the next one. Bye.